Welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the financial markets. And my friends, I didn't want to make a video again about Embracer. I really didn't want to do this. So I thought like, okay, let it run. Let's see what happens. But guys, after today, I have to make a video. I have to make it so because today, and here you see it on Google Finance in Swedish krona, guys. So 13.78% down just today. 13.78% down. And then we see here on the right side, and that's actually interesting, we see now here a PE ratio of 5.76. Wow, that's actually when you just look at the P ratio and you do not consider the debt of the company, and then you would say, hey, this is maybe some of those value companies they always talk about. So, but guys, I mean, look at this chart. So 14% down in one day. Come on, look where we are now, guys. Look where we are now. We're where we have been in February 2018. So I mean, in the overall stock market, this means nothing. 5 years means nothing. But for people that were investing in 2019 because they thought Embracer is an interesting, good investment, a good company to put their money into to work, and then they were not selling then on the way up. Hey, those guys are really disappointed now, and I'm also a little bit disappointed. But I have to say, I'm not that big down. As you know, I think it's around 30-40%. So something is possible to change there, and I averaged down a lot. So guys, all right, what happened today? So that's happening today. So yesterday I was talking about the dilution, or about diluting the shareholders, and today the shareholders got diluted. They finally got diluted by Embracer Group successfully. They're so happy. Completed a directed share issue of 80 million new B shares, raising proceeds of 2 billion Swedish krona. Wow, guys. So, and they all bought them for 25. And if I look now, 23. So they were offering those shares for 25, those B shares for 25. That's a bit weird. So, but hey, I'm just a retail investor, YouTuber. What do I know? I'm not an institutional investor, and I'm not Goldman Sachs either. So obviously, guys. So Lars Wingefors then said the strong support from both existing and new investors in this share issue proves a firm belief in Embracer's group strategy to become a stronger company by unleashing the significant untapped potential in the group. While the restructuring program is developing according to plan, I hope so, my friend. I hope so. The proceeds from this share issue will further strengthen our financial position. So debt reduction, we talked yesterday about this, improving both financing cost and our operational flexibility. What does he mean with operational flexibility? I mean, is this really improving the operational flexibility, or is he just saying this now? And then he continues, and enabling us to focus on the key aspects of the program. Ultimately, this will empower our entrepreneurs and creators to continue to deliver outstanding and memorable experience to gamers, blah, 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 blah. Dude, CEO Lars Wingefors, I'm disappointed by you. I mean, I'm a retail investor, shareholder. I'm disappointed, So the share issue, then here they explain it, and they even say it was multiple times oversubscribed. Investors in the share issue included Swedish and international institutional investors. And then they said strong support from current shareholders. So I'm a shareholder. I don't know what to think about this. I mean, I understand we have to continue with this restructuring program. We have to restructure, and we have also to lower the debt. And for lowering the debt, they were taking more money in with diluting my shares, so diluting the shareholder base. So that's the whole idea. So, but I mean, they could have done also something operational, closing maybe one or another of those studios that made the worst games last year. The studios that make the worst games. I mean, there are some very bad games, and some games definitely do not deserve a sequel. You know what games I'm talking about, guys. You know this. Subscription price in the share issue 25 Swedish krona. We said accelerated book building procedure. This went fast, yeah, very accelerated. The share issue consisted 18 million B shares. And then, yeah, before transaction costs. So company will receive gross proceeds of 2 billion Swedish krona. And then here again, they were saying why they are doing this. So I said this already yesterday, because they think it's the direct share issue was a better way. It was a better way to get the cash, to get the money. So company intends to use the net proceeds received from the share issue to further strengthen the company's financial position, improving financing costs and operational flexibility on top of the announced initiative. Following the completion of the share issue, the company will revise the net debt target to 8 billion at the end of the fiscal year 23-24. I told you already yesterday, I'm just repeating because it's very important. In line with the midpoint of its adjusted EBIT guidance of 7 to 9 billion Swedish krona, hence also meeting the net debt target of 1 times adjusted EBIT on a 12-month forward-looking basis. But here we go, dilution, lockup, deliveries of shares. And that's it. So dilution of approximately 6% of the number of shares and approximately 4.1% of the number of votes in Embracer Group upon the completion of the share issue. That's it. 6% dilution, guys. 6% dilution. And Lars Wingefors has agreed with certain exceptions. What are those exceptions? With certain exceptions? What are those exceptions? And can I see this agreement? I don't know. I want to see this agreement now as a shareholder, maybe. Not to sell any shares in Embracer Group for a period of 180 calendar days after the settlement date of the share issue. I do not expect the CEO here selling any shares, to be honest. I understand there are moments where a CEO, where a founder or some person that some investor that has a lot of shares needs to sell some shares because they want to invest the money in something else to diversify their own wealth. So that's absolutely legit and absolutely okay. But on the other hand, I mean, if he hasn't sold shares at let's say at this point, so if he hasn't sold shares Embracer around 100 Swedish krona, then I don't see why he would sell now. I mean, 180 days. I mean, how long do we need for this restructuring plan? How long do we need? Are we going to see the restructuring plan being fruitful already this year? Because when I look at Ubisoft, I think like in Ubisoft, yes, something is, oh, that's not Ubisoft. Here it is. Yeah, it's Ubisoft. So I look at Ubisoft, it looks better here. It looks definitely better. So also Ubisoft today 4.41% down, but I see Ubisoft wants to improve itself, and also the games they were announcing with Avatar, the Avatar game, etc. So I'm quite optimistic Ubisoft can make it again. So, but hey, still no financial advice, and I do not exclude that the Ubisoft shares stock is also falling, continuing to fall a little bit more. But hey, Embracer, I'm a bit angry, disappointed, and I'm also a bit negative right now. So to be honest, guys, I think Embracer the stock can actually drop under the 20 Swedish krona. So I'm not excluding this. So, but maybe then it's a good moment to buy some more for someone who is holding for the long term. That's a good question. So here. Also, Games Industry Biz, a very good page. So I'm not reading the articles because I don't want to take out all their great information they're delivering here. But in case you're interested to read into Embracer, into the company, into the way how they want to let's say into an opinion about the restructuring announcement. So here by Sam Nagy, he wrote a very good opinion piece about the restructuring. So I definitely recommend to read this guy. So I can put you a link down below. So not going to spoil this. So I don't want to do this. So I think that's not good. But hey guys, what is your opinion? What is your opinion about the restructuring? Do you think the restructuring program where they say we get more operation flexible, we're reducing debt. That's a good way forward, because restructuring program is not only changing COOs, chief operation officer, CFOs, and CEOs, and playing a game where you just change the seats they have, the chairs they have. So I mean, it also means to work on the quality. So I think, in my personal opinion, so Embracer has now to concentrate on more on fewer projects, but on higher quality projects. I think that's in the future of gaming. That's the most important path that a company has to take. So we see it with indie developers. Good indie developers concentrate on 1, 2, 3 very high quality games, and just working on the quantity in those times where actually indie development is like crazy. I mean, there's so many games coming out, and let's be honest, I mean, I'm a gamer too. I buy a lot of games. I get a lot of games for free for review purposes on my YouTube channel. But it's, at the moment, it's simply too much. There are too many video games, too many PC games out there. So, but what I really want is high quality games. And if Embracer is managing this, if Embracer, for example, the next Tomb Raider that is coming out under Embracer, if the next Tomb Raider is going to be as good as the previous Tomb Raider, so then I'm absolutely looking positive into the future. But that's what they have to do, in my opinion. So, and this means, of course, a lot of restructuring. This means also talking with some of those studios, some of the elements of the whole group to stop making games that are probably failing. So only release games that are going to be a financial success. So I think that's most important. So, but sometimes I understand. So you just release a game, you want to cash in a little bit. Hey, but that's going to hurt massively your brand. So, and we have to avoid this in the future. So it's very important to release quality wise good games, excellent games. And then, of course, what I'm always say as a Steam gamer, PC gamer, do not go Epic Games exclusive. So that's also not the way to go, in my personal opinion. Alright guys, so write me down below your opinion. So looking forward to it. See you next time. Bye bye. Little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a YouTuber. This is for information entertainment purposes only. Do make your own research. Probably you lose all your money if you invest in one of those stocks that you see here on my channel. In the description there are a lot of stock names, the stocks that I'm invested in, and most probably, guys, we are all aware that you would have invested at 100 Swedish krona and you would sell now at 20 Swedish krona. It means you would have lost like 4/5 of your whole 80% of your whole investment. So that's the reality, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.